first, good morning to everybody. And second, you will need a weight for today's workout. We're gonna do about a 12 to 15 minute warm up, and we're gonna incorporate some of the movements from the workout into the warm up. So we're gonna go with our yoga flow and then add in some of those exercises so that we can practice the movements. And then we'll get right into the workout, which is 36 minutes long. We're gonna be working for 4 minutes, resting for 2 minutes. We have 3 different circuits. We're gonna hit each circuit 2 times through, all the way through, and that'll be 36 minutes, okay? So make sure you have a weight on hand. I've already gone over modifications with someone already, but our movements today are going to be sumo deadlift high pulls, plank pull-throughs, weighted sit-ups, either holding that weight at the chest or going overhead with it. And then we have snatches or ground to overhead, okay? So normally if we did these movements by themselves in a longer style workout, you might wanna go like, I would go 50 pounds. Some of the ladies would go like 30, 35 pounds. This you wanna scale back a little bit, all right? Because it is upper body and core intensive. So you're gonna wanna take that weight down. I'm gonna use a 35-pound weight for today. Focus on my movements, move nice and efficient through all of my movements today so that I get a great workout in, all right? Without the chance of any kind of injuries or overworking or overtraining, all right? So keep that in mind as you grab your weight. If you normally use a 50-pound weight, think about going to 35. If you normally use a 30 or 35, think about going down to a 15 or a 20. The weight will seem light when we start the sumo deadlift high pulls and the bear crawls, but it will get heavy very quickly when we get into plank pull-throughs, weighted sit-ups, and the snatches overhead, all right? So keep that in mind when you choose your weight, all right? So let me turn this music down just a tad. Get a sip of water. That wasn't water, it didn't go down the right way. Okay. And let's jump right into our warm up here, all right? So go ahead and stand with your feet hip width apart, all right? Hands down to the side. We're gonna take a nice deep breath in, reaching all the way up. Right hand, grab the left wrist, pull to the right side. If you've been following along these videos, this is a very popular stretch to get started. And then reach up nice and tall, left hand to the right wrist, pull to the left side. Reach up nice and tall. We're gonna forward fold here, cross those arms. Let your head and shoulders hang heavy, letting that stretch take place right through the back, small part of the back, through the hamstrings. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale. Deep breath in and exhale. Deep breath in and exhale. One more deep breath. And exhale. Take a nice deep breath in, coming all the way back up to the top. Right hand, grab the left wrist, pull to the right side. Reach up nice and tall. Left hand, grab the right wrist, pull to the left side. Reach up nice and tall. Forward fold all the way down, and we're gonna go down into a plank position here. So plant those hands on the ground, spread the fingers nice and wide, step back into our plank, and then just hold right here. Breathe. Press your fingers and palms into the ground. Take a nice deep breath in. Now press back into our downward dog. Here we're gonna alternate our heels to the ground. Alternate side to side about 10 times. And then come way up on your toes while you're still in downward dog. As you drive your heels to the ground, drive your chest towards your toes, and then back up on those toes. Drive the heels down, back up, drive the heels down. 2 more times, back up, drive the heels down. 1 more time, all the way up on the toes, drive the heels down. And we're gonna walk our feet up to our hands. We're gonna do a halfway lift here, so pull those shoulders down your back, come up to a halfway position, and then forward fold. Halfway lift, forward fold, halfway lift, forward fold, and then we're gonna make a nice deep breath coming all the way back up into mountain pose. Right hand grab the left wrist, pull to the right side. Reach up nice and tall, grab the other wrist, pull to the left side. Reach up nice and tall, forward fold. Plant those hands on the ground, and we're gonna step back into a tabletop. All right, so make sure those hands are right up underneath the shoulders. The knees are right up underneath the hips. Spread those fingers nice and wide. Tuck your toes, and we're going to lift our knees up off the ground about 1 inch or 2. All right, so we don't want to come way up here like this. We want to press in, arms are nice and straight, pressing into the floor, and just hover those knees off the ground. And you're going to feel how you have to engage your core here, and then set it back down. All right, keep those toes tucked, lift off, and set it down. Lift off, and set it down. One more time, we're gonna lift off. And now what I want you to do is I want you to take 2 steps forward, right? So coming here, 2, and then back, 1, 2. Okay, back into that tabletop position, all right? Stay hovering with those knees. Take another 2 steps forward. 1, 2, and then 2 steps back. 1, 2. Bring everything back into the tabletop and then set it down. All right, so when we do our bear crawls today, that's gonna be our bear crawl. All right, so when we come here, we're gonna go 1, 2, 1, 2. All right? And then you're gonna add 2 to it. You're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 back. All right? So if you're in a space where you don't have a lot of room to travel, then you'll go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And you'll just go back and forth until you hit 8 reps, 6 reps, 10 reps, whatever it is, wherever you're at, okay? So keep that in mind as we're moving forward to our warm-up. All right, go ahead and tuck those toes again. Drive the heels into the ground. Drive the chest towards the toes. And slowly walk your feet to your hands once again. Take a nice deep breath in. And we're going to reach up nice and tall here. Start warming the body up. And then we're gonna jump 20 times. And then we're gonna do 20 jumping jacks. Take a nice deep breath in. One more side body stretch. Right hand, grab the left wrist, pull to the right side. Reach up nice and tall. Left hand, grab the right wrist, pull to the left side. Reach up nice and tall, forward fold, all the way down, hands to the ground, step back into plank. And now we're slowly gonna lower our body to the ground, pitching the elbows to the side. Up dog or cobra. Flip the toes, downward dog. All right, float the right heel up. And set it down. Shift back to plank. Slowly lower yourself to the ground. Up dog or cobra. Flip the toes, downward dog. Flip the left heel up. Hold it there. Set that foot down. Shift the plank. Slowly lower yourself to the ground. Up dog or cobra. Flip your toes, downward dog. All right, back to floating that right heel up. If you want, you can take that heel, drop it to the opposite butt cheek, open up the hips. Straighten that leg out before we swing it through into that runner's lunge. Just hang out here. Let that stretch take place through the groin and hip flexors. Plant that left hand, reach up to the right. Slowly come down, reach up to the left. Straighten your front leg, lift the toe. We're gonna do 3 of these today. So back into your lunge, reach up to the right, reach up to the left. Straighten the leg, lift the toe, back into your lunge, reach up to the right, reach up to the left. Straighten your leg, lift the toe, come back into your lunge, plant your hands, step back into plank. Pinching the elbows to the side, slowly lower down, up dog or cobra. Flip the toes, downward dog. Float the left heel up. Swing it through into a runner's lunge and hold. All right, plant that right hand, reach up to the left, coming down, reach up to the right, straighten your front leg, lift the toe, back into that lunge. Reach up to the left, reach up to the right, and don't fall. Straighten your front leg, lift the toe. Lost focus for a second, almost toppled over. Straighten that front leg. The toe, back into your lunge, plant the hands, take a step back into plank. And before we do anything else, we're gonna do 20 mountain climbers here. Bring that knee all the way into the hand, right between the arms there, 20 times. Back to downward dog. Slowly walk your feet to your hands. Come up into mountain pose. And if you have your weight handy, go ahead and grab your weight. We're gonna practice some of our movements here. We're gonna start off with our sumo deadlift. So if you have a torpedo weight, you can hold it like this. If you only have a dumbbell, you can hold it like this. All right, get those feet nice and wide. Shoulders are pulled back, slight bend in the knees. We're gonna drive our hips back and stand up nice and tall. We're gonna do 5 sumo deadlifts here. All right, drive those hips back, stand up nice and tall. Take your time here. Go about 3-4 seconds down. Feeling what that movement should be like. And you don't have to go all the way to the ground. If your range of motion stops you right here, and you feel those shoulders start to roll forward, just stop right there and stand up, okay? After those 5 reps, we're gonna do 5 upright rows. So take that weight, drive the elbows up, slowly lower down. Drive the elbows up, slowly lower down. 5 reps. Now we're gonna do a sumo deadlift into a high pull for 5 reps. All right, sumo deadlift into a high pull, stop at the hips, and then back down. Bring that weight right back to the hips. One more rep here. And then set that weight to the side. You can keep your feet out nice and wide here. Take a nice deep breath in. Forward fold all the way down. Cross the arms. And ragdoll side to side 10 times. Once you're done, we're going to walk out. Keep your legs nice and straight, still straddled out to the side. We're gonna walk it out into a plank. Reach up to the right, reach up to the left, and walk it back. All right, we're gonna do 5 reps here. Go ahead and grab that weight again. All right. Have the weight out to the left or the right side of your body. We're gonna walk it out one more time. Keep your feet nice and wide. Grab underneath, pull across to the other side. And we're gonna do 10 plank pull-throughs. And then once you're done, you're gonna grab your weight, lay down, weight straight out in front of you, feet are together, sit up and press up overhead. Keep the arms nice and straight here. We're just gonna do 5 rise and shine sit-ups, or you can bring the weight here and do a weighted sit-up if you have some shoulder issues, okay? Or you can always scale it all the way down to just regular sit-ups. When you're done, slide that weight to the side. Find your way back to tabletop after your 5 sit-ups. And then you're gonna tuck your toes. And we're going to press back into downward dog. And we're gonna float that right heel up, swing it through to a runner's lunge. Now we're gonna straighten that front leg, and we're gonna push off the back foot into a balance. So you can have your hands on the ground here if you want for some balance, and then come up, and we have 10 single leg touchdowns here. Now we're gonna step back into our runner's lunge after those 10 single leg touchdowns. Plant the hands on the ground, step back into plank, slowly lower your body to the ground, up dog or cobra, flip your toes, downward dog. Float the left heel up, swing it through into a runner's lunge. Straighten that front leg, lift the toe, and we transition into a balance. All right, and then slowly make your way up into a standing position into 10 single leg touchdowns. then we're gonna step back into that runner's lunge. Plant the hands, take a step back. 20 more mountain climbers. Back to downward dog. After your 20 mountain climbers, walk your feet to your hands. Come all the way back up, standing position. Back to our weight. We're gonna start out, we're gonna hold the weight like this, if you have a torpedo weight. If not, you can hold your dumbbell like this. And we're gonna do 5 hang to overhead. If you have a barbell, you can do this as well. And then we're gonna hold it like a dumbbell in a neutral position. And we're gonna do 3 reps on your right side from the ground to overhead. And then go to the other side, ground to overhead. Set that weight off to the side. And we're gonna finish warming up those shoulders. Arms up, fingertips up, arm circles. They should have been nice and warm, but they feel still a little tight. This should help out a little bit. While we're doing this, we're gonna jump right into our workout as soon as we're done. Fingertips down, big circles. And our first circuit is going to be 6 sumo deadlift high pulls, and then 2 steps on our bear crawl. And then we're gonna do 6 sumo deadlift high pulls, then 4 steps on your bear crawl. Then 6 sumo deadlift high pulls and 6 steps in your bear crawl. All right, and you're just gonna keep building over a 4-minute time period. All right, so remember, the bear crawl, if I start right here, I'm lifting off, I'm 1, 2, 1, 2, and then I'm right back. And then I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not, all right? We're nice and slow and controlled. Keeping tension on those quads and our core on those bear crawls, all right? Again, if you have a small area to work in, just pick an area to go to. So like, let's say I have this from here to the weight. I can go 1, 2, right? And then 1, 3, 4, and you can do it that way as well if you have a small area to work in. Okay? So keep that in mind as we're moving through the workout. 4 minutes of work, 2 minutes of rest. And we're gonna go through that circuit twice, all right? Then our next circuit is going to be plank pull-throughs and weighted sit-ups. 4 minutes of work, 2 minutes of rest. Then our next circuit is going to be 6 alternating snatches, that's 3 on each arm, and then 2 push-ups. Every time that we finish with that 6th round, we're adding 2 reps on to whatever that subsequent exercise is, all right? So, I'm out of breath talking and warming up. So go ahead and grab your weight. We're starting off with sumo deadlift high pulls first, 6 reps, and bear crawls. Starting off with two crawls, and then backward 2. And then 4 crawls forward, 4 crawls backwards, unless you have a spot that you're crawling to, okay? You can kind of make it your own if you're at home with limited space. We're going in 10 seconds here. Get those feet nice and wide. And go. Coming down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I'm going to set that down. I'm going to get into my bear crawl position here. 1, 2, 1, 2. And then I'm right back to my sumo della thigh pulls. Set that weight down. Now we're gonna walk forward. And then right back to our sumo della thigh pulls. I know the weight feels light in this round. It's meant like that on purpose to get that body nice and warm, move efficient before we get to some of the harder circuits. And then back to your sumo della thigh pulls. 6 reps here. Keep those feet wider than your shoulders. And then back to your bear crawls. You want to take short, choppy steps on those bear crawls. I think I did 7 that time. Not paying attention. Got 90 seconds here. Back to 6 sumo della thigh pulls. Less than a minute. Ooh. 30 seconds here. Fifteen seconds. And rest. 2-minute rest. How'd that feel? Was your weight heavy? If it was heavy now, it's gonna get heavier when we get into the plank pull-throughs and the sit-ups and the ground overhead. So adjust your weight accordingly moving forward. Use this first round of sumo della thigh pulls and bear crawls. Be efficient with the movement. Be smooth and fast through the movement, warming that body up, okay? I hit blue on the My Zone tile. I have a little spot of green in there. Lets me know that I'm putting in a little bit of work. We have right around a minute left. Shaking those arms out. Always during these longer rest periods, make sure that we're taking care of the body parts that we're working on. If you were squatting, you would want to do some reach and pull, some quad stretches. Here, alternate back and forth, side to side. Keep that chest and shoulders nice and loose. We're going in 15 seconds. We're starting back at 6 sumo deadlift high pulls and 2 bear crawls, and then building back up to where we got to before or past that, all right? Here we go. We're going in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. Feet are wider than your shoulders, driving your knees out. Drive your hips back, knees out. And then into your bear crawls. These first 2 are pretty easy. Just stay focused. Know what the next exercise coming up is. Know what your rep scheme is. Six sumo deadlift high pulls, and then bear crawls. The circuit's meant to be somewhat easy at the beginning, and then as we add reps to it, it starts to get a little bit more challenging. Back to our sumo deadlift high pulls. I'm on 6 and then 8 bear crawls. There I am doing 8 sumo deadlifts again. Back to our 6 sumo deadlift high pulls. I'm on 6 and 10. We got 1 minute. 1 minute. Seconds. And rest. 2-minute rest. All right, this time, 6 plank pull-throughs, 2 rise and shine sit-ups. or weighted sit-ups, or regular sit-ups. All right, back to 6 plank pull-throughs, 4 sit-ups. 6 plank pull-throughs, 6 sit-ups for 4 minutes. And then we'll have another 2-minute rest, and we'll go through this circuit 2 times. You got 90 seconds here. Let's see here. Whew. 30 seconds. So find a spot. If you have a mat, make sure you fold your mat up so you can make a nice easy transition from plank to grabbing your weight, swinging it around back into our setup. So we make a nice smooth transition here. All right? I'm gonna go this way for now. Going in 10 seconds. Come down into your plank, feet are wider. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make that transition right into your sit-ups, and we have 2. And then right back to our plank. 6 pull-throughs. This one gets challenging pretty quick. That's 4. Back to our 6 pull-throughs. We have 6 sit-ups this time. Back to those plank pull-throughs. And back to those sit-ups. I'm on 8. Woo! 2 minutes to go. Back to your plank pull-throughs. Woo. Lots of fun, lots of core this week. About 1:15 left. Less than a minute. those weighted sit-ups. Flex your pec back to plank pull-throughs. Ten seconds. And rest. 2 minutes. Woo. Grab some water. Shake those arms out. There's a reason I told you to go lighter than you normally do. This is one of those reasons. We got sweat dripping out my ears. Nice. Alternate those arms back and forth. Keep the shoulders nice and loose. Side to side. Back to front. Keep them nice and warm. Ready to work. Don't let them get tight on you. We got another set of plank pull-throughs. And rise and shine sit-ups. And we're going in 45 seconds. Woo! All right, peoples, we got 20 seconds here. 6 plank pull-throughs, back to 2 sit-ups, back to 4 sit-ups, 6, 8, 10, and so on. Here we go. Going in 3, 2, 1, and go. Six pull-throughs, 2 sit-ups. Make as quick and efficient transitions as possible. Four sit-ups. Back to our pull-throughs. Six sit-ups. Back to our pull-throughs for 6. Ooh. I'm at 8. I suck at that. Woo. Not sure where that came from. 90 seconds. Sit-ups. Thirty seconds. Hang in there. And rest. Oh my gosh. 2-minute rest. We're done with that circuit. All right, remember, we're going from ground to overhead, alternating reps for 6 reps, okay? So it'll be from here to the other arm overhead 6 times, 3 on each side. Or if your shoulders feel a little jelly, come from here and overhead. Keep both hands on that weight, all right? And then we have 2 push-ups. 6 ground overhead, 4 push-ups. 6 ground overhead, 6 push-ups for 4 minutes. 2-minute rest, we'll go through that twice. Going in 10 seconds. You guys got this. I'm enjoying these rests, though, I can tell you that. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Ground to overhead. And then 2 push-ups. And then back to your weight. Alternating reps, 6 ground overhead. Four push-ups. Six ground overhead. Six push-ups. Woo! Ooh, 8 push-ups. Woo. 2 minutes. Woo. Yay. Oh. Ooh. Starting to feel it. One minute. Six ground overhead. Oh, 40 seconds. Woo! 20 seconds. Oh, 10 seconds. And rest. 2 minutos. Woo! One more set. That was pretty fun. Now we get to do it again. Ooh. 1 minute. 1 minute. It's a good time to grab your water. Stay hydrated. And we'll finish up this Friday workout nice and strong. In a spot where I can see the clock. All right, we got 15 seconds here. We're starting back at the top. 6 alternating snatches, starting off with our 2 push-ups and building all the way up from there. Over 4-minute time frame. Going in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. Push-ups. that time. Woo. Huh. Whew, less than a minute. Woo. Huh. 30 seconds. Ten seconds. And rest. Ooh. Awesome job, guys. Sit up nice and tall. Take that hand across the front. Pull the shoulders down and away from the ears. Take this front hand in between the shoulder blades. Pull back. If you're standing, you can straighten that arm out, grab behind the elbow or the tricep, and pull to the side. I'm going to reach down with this other arm, get a nice stretch here. Then come up, take that other arm across the front, pull the shoulders down and away from the ears. Take that front hand between the shoulder blades, pull back. Reach up nice and tall, grab behind that tricep and pull to the side, or if you're in a kneeling position like me, drop that outside arm and keep reaching over. Much longer, deeper stretch through the side. Come back up. All right, we're coming to tabletop. We're gonna reach up, thread the needle through, reach all the way through, slide the top hand overhead, and we're gonna hang out right here for about 30, 45 seconds. If you don't feel that stretch in your back or shoulder anymore, you can slide that left hand in front, come back up into tabletop, reach up to the left, thread it under on the other side, get that shoulder as far through as you possibly can, slide that right hand up overhead, and hang out here for 30 to 45 seconds. You should feel this behind the shoulder blade, maybe in the low back, possibly your hips, depending on how tight you are. And then once you stop feeling that stretch, bring that right hand back into tabletop. And then we're gonna finish with our pigeon. I'm gonna slide that left leg up in between my hands, slide the right leg back, staying in this upright pigeon until I feel comfortable to go down to my elbows, which is not very comfortable today. Let's see if we can make it down to the elbows. Okay, yep, that's good. So you want to hold this stretch until it starts to fade away, or for about anywhere from 45 seconds to 90 seconds. Big thing here is make sure you're taking nice deep breaths in, trying to focus on that hip or wherever the tightness is, and then exhaling, breathing into that space, exhaling out, trying to relax that area that's tight. And then when you're done, you can slide your hands up, slide that foot back into tabletop, slide the right foot up in between your hands, slide the left leg back, stay up in this upright pigeon here if you need to, hips side to side, find out where you really need that stretch, start making your way down to your elbows. And then like I said, you want to breathe into that hip or wherever that tightness is, nice deep breaths in, big exhale out. And you're holding here for 45 seconds to 90 seconds or until that tension goes away. When you're done, you'll walk those hands back, slide back into tabletop, and we'll sit up nice and tall. Shake those arms out one more time. And try to keep it PG and no middle fingers for me, please. Just thumbs up for everyone. Awesome job, guys. Nice way to end the week. Nice work.